Imagine the perfect bagel. Now forget everything you know because the Jerusalem-style bagel is about to redefine your taste buds. The Jerusalem-style bagel, a culinary delight that hails from the heart of Israel, is a unique twist on the traditional bagel that many of us are familiar with. This isn't your typical New York-style bagel. No, the Jerusalem-style bagel takes this beloved food item and transforms it into something entirely its own. One of the defining features of a Jerusalem-style bagel is its shape. Unlike the usual round, plump bagels, the Jerusalem-style bagel is long and slender. A shape that not only sets it apart visually, but also influences the overall texture and taste. It's this distinct shape that gives the Jerusalem-style bagel its signature crunch on the outside, while maintaining a light, airy texture on the inside. But the uniqueness of the Jerusalem-style bagel doesn't stop at its shape. The outside of these bagels is coated in sesame seeds, adding a delightful crunch and a nutty flavor that perfectly complements the dough's subtle sweetness. This sesame seed coating is more than just a flavor enhancer. It's a traditional element that ties the Jerusalem-style bagel to its cultural roots. The Jerusalem-style bagel is not just about the taste or the texture. It's about experiencing a piece of Jerusalem's rich culinary culture with every bite. It's about appreciating the careful craftsmanship that goes into creating each bagel and the cultural significance that it carries. By the end of this video, you will not only know how to make this delicious treat, but also appreciate the cultural significance behind it. First step, getting the required ingredients. Making a Jerusalem-style bagel doesn't require an extensive list of ingredients, but the magic lies in how these ingredients come together. For our base, we'll need high-quality bread flour. This will give our bagels that traditional chewy texture. Next up, we have instant yeast, our trusty rising agent that will give our bagels their signature puffiness. Then, we'll add a bit of sugar for a subtle hint of sweetness and salt for that perfect balance of flavor. And of course, let's not forget the sesame seeds. These will be our topping, giving our bagels a delightful crunch and an extra layer of taste. And that's it. Just 5 simple ingredients, but don't be fooled. It's the process that transforms these humble components into a delicious piece of culinary art. With these simple ingredients, we're ready to embark on our culinary journey. Second step, preparing the dough. The first step to achieving the perfect Jerusalem-style bagel is mastering the dough. Now this may seem like a daunting task, but with a little patience and practice, you'll be kneading like a pro in no time. We begin by stirring together our ingredients. A careful blend of flour, yeast, sugar, and salt forms the foundation of our dough. Pour in water gradually, mixing the ingredients until they come together. Then it's time to get your hands dirty. Knead the dough on a clean floured surface until it becomes smooth and elastic. This process activates the gluten in our flour, creating a structure that will give our bagels their unique, chewy texture. Now here's where patience comes into play. Once you've kneaded your dough to perfection, it's time to let it rest. This process, known as proofing, allows the yeast in our dough to ferment, creating carbon dioxide bubbles that will give our bagels their airy structure. Cover your dough with a damp cloth and set it in a warm, draft-free place. While it may be tempting to rush this step, remember that good things come to those who wait. The proofing process is critical to achieving the perfect texture for your Jerusalem-style bagels. Without it, your bagels may end up dense and heavy rather than light and chewy. How long should you proof your dough, you ask? Well, as with many things in baking, it depends. In general, you'll want to let your dough proof until it has doubled in size. This can take anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, depending on the temperature and humidity of your kitchen. Once your dough has doubled in size, you're ready to shape your bagels, but that's a process we'll delve into in our next scene. For now, bask in the glory of your beautifully proofed dough and get ready to bring your Jerusalem-style bagels one step closer to perfection. Third step, shaping the bagels. The Jerusalem-style bagel is unique not only in flavor, but also in form. Now that we've assembled our dough, it's time to delve into the art of shaping these delightful bread rings. This process is quite different from the round, plump bagels you might be familiar with, but fear not, the end result is well worth the venture into the unknown. The shape of Jerusalem bagels is long and slender, more like an oblong ring than a traditional bagel. This form is what gives the Jerusalem bagel its characteristic chewy texture and golden crust. It's a shape born out of tradition, a testament to the rich culinary history of this Middle Eastern city. To shape your bagels, you'll want to start by dusting your work surface with a little flour. Take a piece of your prepared dough and begin to roll it out. The goal is to create a rope of dough, about as thick as your thumb and roughly 12 inches long. This might seem long for a bagel, but remember, we're aiming for that distinctive elongated shape. Once you've rolled your dough into a rope, it's time to join the ends together. This is where the magic happens. Simply overlap the ends of the rope by about an inch and press them together firmly. You'll want to ensure a good seal here, as this is what forms the bagel's ring shape. Don't worry if your ring isn't perfectly round, a little irregularity only adds to the charm. Repeat this process with the rest of your dough, and soon you'll have a batch of beautiful raw Jerusalem-style bagels waiting for their turn in the oven. As you shape each bagel, take a moment to appreciate the centuries of tradition that have led to this process, the generations of bakers who have shaped these breads by hand, just as you are doing now. After shaping your bagels, the next step is to give them their distinct flavor. But we'll delve into that in the next scene, where we'll explore the unique coating and baking process that gives Jerusalem-style bagels their irresistible taste and texture. So stay tuned, because the delicious journey continues. Fourth step, coating and baking. Now comes the part that gives the Jerusalem-style bagel its unique taste and appearance. This is the coating and baking stage, a pivotal point in the bagel-making process. Our bagels, fresh from shaping, are now ready for their sesame seed bath. First, we dip each bagel into a bowl of water. This isn't a quick dunk. You want to ensure that the entire surface of the bagel is moistened. Why? This is the secret to getting those sesame seeds to adhere to our bagels. Once the bagel is wet, we roll it in a generous amount of sesame seeds. These seeds, when baked, will create a crunchy crust that contrasts beautifully with the soft, chewy interior of the bagel. And it's not just about texture. Sesame seeds will impart a nutty flavor that'll make your Jerusalem-style bagels truly unforgettable. Now it's time for baking. The key here is a hot oven. We're talking about an oven preheated to a roaring 450 degrees Fahrenheit. This high heat is crucial for achieving that golden brown crust we all love. As your bagels bake, they'll transform. The heat will cause the yeast in the dough to work its magic, creating a soft, airy interior. Meanwhile, the exterior will turn into a rich golden brown as the sesame seeds toast. This process should take around 15 to 20 minutes. But remember, every oven is different, so keep an eye on your bagels. You're looking for a deep golden brown color. If they look pale, they're not done. If they're too dark, well, they might be a tad overdone. Once your bagels are beautifully browned and your kitchen smells like a bakery, you're ready to enjoy your homemade Jerusalem-style bagels. This is the joy of baking, seeing your hard work transform into something delicious and sharing it with others. So go ahead, take a bite, and let the flavors transport you to the streets of Jerusalem. But these bagels aren't just a delicious snack. They hold a significant place in Jerusalem's culinary culture. Indeed, Jerusalem-style bagels are more than just a sum of their ingredients. They are a symbol of a city's vibrant culinary heritage, a testament to the rich tapestry of cultures that have come together in Jerusalem over centuries to create a unique and diverse food scene. These bagels trace their origin back to the Ottoman Empire, where similar breads were a staple part of the diet. They found their way to Jerusalem and evolved over time into the elongated, sesame-encrusted delight that we know and love today. In the bustling streets of Jerusalem, these bagels are often sold by street vendors, warm and inviting, their enticing aroma wafting through the air. They're typically served with za'atar, a traditional Middle Eastern spice mix, or with a generous swipe of creamy hummus. But their versatility doesn't end there. These bagels can be paired with a variety of fillings, making them a versatile and satisfying meal at any time of the day. Jerusalem-style bagels also hold a special place in the city's social fabric. They are a common sight at breakfast tables, a reliable companion to a cup of tea in the afternoon, and a comforting presence at late-night gatherings. They are a food for all occasions, connecting generations and cultures in a shared culinary experience. Moreover, these bagels are a testament to the enduring power of food as a cultural marker. They tell a story of adaptation and fusion, of traditions merging and evolving. They are a reflection of Jerusalem itself, a city where different cultures, traditions, and flavors intersect. So in making these bagels, you're not just baking bread, you're participating in a rich culinary tradition. Every time you shape the dough, sprinkle the sesame seeds, and watch as the bagels turn golden in the oven, you're keeping a piece of Jerusalem's culinary history alive. And isn't that what makes food so magical? The ability to taste a place, a culture, a history, all in a single bite. Let's quickly revisit the journey we embarked on today. We started by unveiling the unique allure of Jerusalem-style bagels, a culinary gem that blends tradition and taste in every bite. We discovered that the magic lies not just in the ingredients but also in the process that transforms simple elements into a work of art. We then dove into the recipe itself, starting with the gathering of ingredients. Flour, yeast, sugar, and salt, combined with a dash of love and patience, form the backbone of our bagel. And let's not forget the sesame seeds that add a distinct crunch and flavor, making our Jerusalem-style bagel truly unique. Next, we kneaded our way into preparing the dough, a process that requires care and precision. This step is crucial to achieving the desired texture and taste of our bagels. The dough then took on its iconic shape as we skillfully rolled and looped it, infusing it with a piece of Jerusalem's culinary heritage. Afterwards, we explored the final steps of coating and baking the bagels. The sesame seed coating, followed by careful baking, ensures that every bagel comes out perfectly golden and crunchy, just as it should be. We also discussed the cultural significance of these bagels. More than just a food item, Jerusalem-style bagels are a symbol of the city's rich history and diverse culinary influences. They're a testament to the city's ability to blend various cultures into a unique and palatable experience. Now, armed with your new knowledge, you're ready to bring a piece of Jerusalem into your own kitchen. Happy baking! For more amazing food and drinks tips and recipes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Tell us about your thoughts in the comments section. Check out our other videos for more culinary inspiration. We love you. Until next time, keep cooking, stay adventurous.